Hey guys, what's up? JK with Porn Reboot here. I just finished my daily run up in the mountains. Some of you asked on one of my previous videos where I'm located. I've got an office here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and one in Wichita, Kansas. So I'm in Albuquerque right now, and this area is only a few minutes away from my house. So it's pretty convenient. I'm going to share a story with you guys today, and it's a little bit of a vulnerable story. It was hard to decide to do this, but I really hope that some of you will be able to relate to it. So growing up in high school, I was always shy and introverted. I spent a lot of time alone, but even though I kept to myself, I had this very deep need for intimacy. I saw girls having crushes on guys, and I saw them dating, but I never got any attention. I did have this very, very deep need for a relationship, and every single day ended up with me masturbating about some girl in my class. Every single girl in my class, I'm pretty sure in high school, was at some point an object of my fantasy. And by the time I was in college, it had grown to this point where, I was always thinking, I need a girlfriend. So I spent a lot of time fantasizing about being in a relationship. Also a lot of time fantasizing about other guys' girlfriends because, I couldn't get anything. And I began to think that, maybe if I quit porn and changed the way that I looked, maybe if I put on some muscle, made more money, maybe people, women, would start to pay attention to me. And that was one reason why I started trying to quit porn. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way. And this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but by the time I was 21 years old, I was still a virgin. This was very frustrating because I got into this mindset where I really started to believe that I might never be in a relationship, that I might never have sex. And this frustration kind of led me to watch more and more porn, In college, things got worse. I had no purpose. I had no idea what to do with my life. And eventually, I went completely broke. I had zero money management skills or time management skills. And everything in my life, everything going on around me involved feeling good and blocking out my pain, of being a loser. Watching movies, playing video games, anime, getting high, and binging on the nastiest porn. At one point, I ended up borrowing money from friends, and I was just moving from one friend's couch to the other because I couldn't afford rent, and I was stuck. I decided at one point, man, I need to do something different. I need to do something to kind of break me out of this mediocrity. So since I spent a lot of time online, I found a guy online who had actually quit porn and sex addiction, and at that point he was teaching guys how to get dates and eventually get into relationships. So I was like, what, fuck it, I need to talk to this guy. So he started coaching me, and what happened was that within 1 month I not only had control of my urges, but I actually started having conversations with girls on campus. And in that 1 month, I actually had sex with 2 girls on campus. So for me, this was huge, and this was proof that I could quit because I was already becoming more and more social. So over the next few months, my personality started changing so much. I started going on more and more dates. I got a sales job and the reason was I went door-to-door sales to force myself to be more social. I started hitting the gym a lot, upgrading my style, no masturbation, but I still felt hesitant about, sharing my progress because I didn't want to come across as a jerk. I didn't want to be a show-off. And that's what I thought. I thought people who did things like this, who talked about it, were show-offs. The point was that I really had what I wanted in life. I was getting it. The dating life, my body was transforming. I mean, it was amazing. It was a phenomenal change. I had started to become entrepreneurial and driven, and I thought that I really thought that sharing these things would make me look like a douchebag or some kind of show-off. But then I started realizing that the people who had always inspired me actually showed their results all the time. And that's how I actually started believing that I could do this. So in 2012, I started journaling anonymously, and sharing my story on a blog. And almost immediately, tons of guys started asking me, how did you do it, man? How did you do it? And so I started sharing it with them. And that's actually how Porn Reboot was born. But originally, I didn't think of helping anyone. I just didn't want to keep being a broke loser. I didn't want to keep sleeping on friends' couches, watching porn every night to put me to sleep, creepily checking out girls and fantasizing about other men's girlfriends. So I needed to break out of that cycle of feeling like a failure. I didn't love myself. I didn't like my life. I was sad, and I was becoming a real hopeless, self-pitying, angry person. So if you're watching this and you're still struggling to quit porn, I want you to know that there is hope. You may even be out of college, still addicted to porn and masturbation, and carrying these feelings of low self-esteem into your career, into your relationships, your marriage. That loser can stay in your life, just sabotaging you at every turn. So I want you to know that there's hope for you. It doesn't matter how much of a loser, how dejected, how hopeless you feel. You can gain control over this and change your life. I completely ended my addiction to porn and masturbation. I transformed my life. You can do it too. So all I ask is that you share this video with someone who might be in need, someone going through a tough time, someone who might need a little inspiration, someone who you think might be struggling with this. We keep these things to ourselves, and when you struggle with it long enough, you start looking at other people and go like, what hell, maybe they have that problem. Because see, I want as many people as possible who are struggling with this issue to know that there is hope. Just one person go like, you know what, maybe I can do this. That's enough. So leave a comment below, guys. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think. I'm JK, your brother in this struggle. I'll see you at the brighter side of this journey. Have a wonderful day.